Coming into mountain pose, feet are hip width apart. Continue to move the weight of the body to be centered between the ball of your foot and the heel of your foot. Palms are forward, shoulders are down and back. Soften the knees, bring the lower belly in, knit the ribs together. Inhale deep, extend through the crown of the head. As you exhale, draw your shoulders, move them down, and then bring your shoulder blades behind your heart slightly and hug the top of the ribs together. Soften those knees. I want intention in the core. So shoulders are down and back, shoulder draw, and then engage the core. Lower belly in, belly button to spine, ribs together. Good. Inhale, arms up, either straight or out, depending on your space. And as you exhale, bring your hands to your heart and start to fold forward. So I'm bending my knees, sending my hips back, but lifting my tailbone up as my chest lowers. Good. I allow the neck to fall as I fold forward with a soft knee. Hands can dangle, be on the shin, depending on what is comfortable to you. Fold. So release the neck and allow the belly to come close to the legs and the chest to come closer to the legs as well. Good. Move your chin from side to side. Nice and loose. Good. Now bring your skull neutral. Bring the skull back into the spine a little bit. Squeeze. And then exhale, roll it into the chest. Chin to chest. Again. Neck up, skull up, chin to chest. It should sound like this if you're talking. Good. Be loose. Neutral. Wag your hips a little bit. Wag your hips and then fold a little further. Wag your shoulders and your hips. Good. Okay, come neutral. We're going to halfway lift. So I want you to look up, roll your shoulders down and back, bring the top of the ribs together, and then lift like you're doing a standing crunch. Good. Center the weight on your feet still. You should be able to wave your toes at me. This is a standing crunch. Halfway lift. You're extending through the crown of the head. Good. And everything is strong in the core. We're going to fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift. Standing crunch. Exhale, fold. Release the shoulders and then retract the shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulders down and back. Belly button in. Exhale, fold it all the way out. Now walk it out to plank. So look forward. Hands on the mat. Let's come forward into a straight arm plank. Good. If straight arm plank is not in your practice, you are welcome to drop your knees to the mat. I just want to make sure that the core is on. Now let's lower the knees. Okay, send your elbows straight back as you release your toes and bring your chest closer to the mat. Yep, slowly grip the mat with your fingertips all the way down until your chin touches the mat. Now roll your shoulders down and back again. Bring the tops of the feet into the mat, and I want you to lift through the heart. Lift up into cobra, maybe a little baby cobra to start with. So you're squeezing behind the shoulder blades here, and those shoulders are not up here. I want you to move them back. Very good. Now you're going to round in the chest. Chin comes into the chest. Round like a cat back. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back. Move into a downward facing dog. So bring those toes a little bit closer to the wrist so that you are extending the legs, extending the arms, externally rotating shoulders and hips. Good. You can soften those knees and lift your sacrum up high. Maybe wag your tail. Good. Maybe shake out your neck if you still feel some tension there. Very nice. Now, bend the knees to hover. Walk the hands. No, I'm sorry. Left foot to left wrist. Right foot to right wrist. Inhale, halfway lift. That belly should be bringing your chest up. Thank you. Exhale, fold. Now let's inhale and reverse our swan dive. So my chest is lifting. My hip bones are moving back and up as I lift it all the way up to extended salute. Give me a little back bend in your exhale. Good. Inhale, come up. Let's do it again. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. Bend the knees. Left foot back, right foot back. Knees come to the mat. Then your chest as you're activating the triceps. Good. Inhale, release those toes. Come on up into cobra. Good. And on the exhale, take a downward facing dog. So I tuck the toes. I round my chest, round my belly. Then I lift the hips using the top of the ribs to press my hips up and back. Spreading my fingers wide on the mat, gripping the mat with those fingertips and heels of the hand. we're going to twist in our torso in this inverted posture. So my left hand is going to reach for the outside of my right ankle, and then my chin follows suit. So I'm looking under the right bicep. Now, don't allow the hips to lean to the right. Keep the hips squared with the bottom of the ribs. Now replace that left hand back to the mat, so you're back in downward facing dog. Right hand moves to the outside edge of the left ankle, and then I want you to twist to the left. Good. Release. Do that again. Left hand to right ankle, twist. Inhale, release. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, release. Pause. Now, look forward, bend the knees to hover. Right foot to the right wrist, left foot to the left wrist. Inhale, halfway lift using your belly. Muscles extend, shoulders down and back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse. Strong through the heels, strong through the glutes, strong through your back. All the way up. Exhale, let's go to the side with the arms extended. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Good. Use the top of the ribs to move that torso. Inhale, come center. And exhale, fold forward. Again, the heart leads all the way down. Soften the knees. Woo! Very good. Now, I want you to bring the heels of the feet together and the top bone. Heels of the feet together and maybe about a little bit of space between the big toe. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Bring your feet together. That's what I mean. Now sit back and look up, and I want you to reach your hands up so that the biceps come by the ears. Bring that lower belly in, and then sit back in your chair pose, but your toes should be waving at me. Let me see your wave toes. Very good. We're pausing right here. Notice I had my shoulders up here. I couldn't even see under my ears, so I'm going to draw my shoulders down and back. You're doing great. Now let's fold. Exhale here. Inhale, halfway lift right here. Exhale, fold again. And then inhale, reverse the swan dive. Notice my feet haven't moved yet. Good. Hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Okay, let's separate those feet hip width apart. Sides of the feet need to be parallel with your mat. I don't want any angles and the outside edges of your feet. I want you to be able to create stability building in this movement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. I'm moving a little fast now. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat, bend the knees. Either step the feet back to plank or hop. Inhale at the top, knees, chest, chin, or lower it all the way down, chaturanga, or lower to hover. Inhale, come on up, flip those toes, come into up dog or cobra, whichever your body is telling you to do now. Exhale, round it out into downward facing dog, keeping the top of the ribs together. Cough audibly, and you will feel a tightening around your belly. That's where I want you to keep engagement. Now, bend the knees to hover. Bring the right knee into the chest and round the upper back. Step that right foot through, please. Bring the hands on the inside of the mat. Step the left toes back if needed to extend through the chest. Runner's lunge right here. I'm going to hug this right knee. This is my right side. Right knee into my right tricep. Now, I'm going to bring my left toes forward just a little bit because I want to squeeze the inner thighs. And I want to hug my belly in tight. And I want to be able to lift up into a high lunge. So I needed a little bit less space there. But I want you to be able just to flow up from that runner's lunge to the high lunge or high crescent. Very good. Now we're going to vinyasa. So inhale here, exhale, lower all the way to the ground. Hands on the mat, step the right foot back, lower down. That's one exhale. Inhale, come on up, either up dog or cobra. So cobra's with the knees down. Up dog is when the knees are up or off the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. That took a long time to move. I'm so sorry about that. You're doing great though. Very good. Now we're going to bend the knees to hover again. Right foot comes forward again. Squeeze inner thighs, lift it up into a high lunge, but now I want you to blade your back foot at a 45-degree angle. It's kind of hard to see in this. Let me move it over a little bit. Good. So warrior two footing. The outside edge of the back foot has a lot of the weight. and you're balancing it with all four corners of the front foot. That seems great. All right, inhale here. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. So pick up the back heel, hands on the mat. Right foot comes back to parallel with the left. And you lower down, either knees, chest, chin, military push-up. Good. And come on up, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing. We're doing a lot of vinyasas today. You're welcome. Good. Now bend the knees to hover. Bring that left knee into the chest, opposite knee around the upper back. Now step it through. Squeeze the inner thighs. Just kidding. Yes, no, yes. Left hand comes inside. I have to move my back foot away from my body a little bit so that I can lengthen through the top portion of my torso. Breathing into this, and I'm really squeezing into that right glute and right hamstring, allowing that back inner thigh to spiral up, and I'm hugging my front knee into the closest tricep. Good. Now let's squeeze inner thighs. You might have to tent the fingers if you're short like I am. I have to readjust my legs, but we're going to inhale back up into a high lunge here. So notice that I'm making sure that my hips are in line with my ribs, in line with my shoulders. Ha, 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 ha. No leaning here. Come on up this way. Very nice. Very nice. Let's do a vinyasa. Inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down. Chaturanga. Keep exhaling. Inhale, take a big breath into cobra or up dog. Lift those shoulders, move the shoulders out of the ears. Exhale, downward facing. Downward facing is back. Very good. We're only pausing for a little bit. Bend the knees to hover. Left knee comes into the chest. Step it through. Squeeze inner thighs. Inhale, lift all the way up. And then blade your back foot down. Warrior one. Now my right hip for that back leg is swiveling forward as the left hip is moving back. So wherever the bent knee is, that's moving back. You've got this opposite twist happening in the hips while your shoulders are squared and centered. Remember, bring the weight into the outside edge of your back foot, lunge into the front knee, and anchor down through that front foot. On your exhale, lower all the way down. So inhale. Exhale, back heel comes up, hands come to the mat, left foot steps back to meet the right, and you lower all the way to the mat. Inhale or hover, come on up. Exhale, downward facing. Wow, you're doing great. Let's do it again. Right knee comes into the chest as you shift the shoulders forward around the upper back. Step the right foot forward. Blade the back foot down in a 45-degree for warrior one footing. Inhale, use the top of the ribs to lift your heart up, please. Squeeze the glutes. Now the opposite hip is moving forward. Boop. Warrior one is back. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Good. We're going to open up into a warrior two. So as I do this, I'm going to bring my hands forward like a mummy. And then I'm going to lift whatever your back leg is. That's the arm that's going to lift up and back. And I'm going to open the way that my front leg is externally rotated. I'm going to open to the opposite side. So now my feet are perpendicular to each other. My arms stay parallel with the floor. I'm really lifting up. So I'm dropping my front hip, externally rotating it really well here. Hips are still in line with ribs. Ribs in line with shoulders. Very good. Let's vinyasa. So we're going back the way that we came in. So I'm picking up my back heel up, swinging forward, cartwheeling the hands to the mat. Front foot move back. Inhale. You know what's coming. Exhale, lower. Inhale, come on up. You know what to do now. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread those fingers wide. Hug the shoulder blades behind the heart and lift your butt up. Good. Now look forward. Bend the knees to hover. Left knee comes into the chest, round the upper back, and shift the shoulders in line with the wrist. Step that left foot forward. Blade the back foot down, 45 degrees. Squeeze inner thighs. Bring that lower belly in. Inhale, lift it up using the top of the ribs. Good. Warrior one. Don't forget your worship wave. Do you have a worship wave? Have you ever done the wave in a big stadium? Well, we can do it when we're in yoga. I'm just kidding. Just keep your form. Or do your waves, whatever they look like. As long as your feet are I just wanted to have a little fun here. Let's open up into warrior two. So arms come out like mummy. All right, inhale, open. Feet are perpendicular to each other. Very nice. And make sure that the weight is evenly distributed between the feet. Arms are parallel with the mat. So now you're anchored through the outside edge of your back foot and all four corners of that front foot. Let's look forward. Very good. Shoulders are down and back, ribs together. Now we're going to vinyasa. So in one sweep, I'm going to cartwheel the hand from the back to the forward and then come onto the ball of my back foot and hands on the mat. I'm going to inhale in my plank because I'm breathing and talking. Then I'm going to exhale lower down. Inhale into my up dog. Then I'm going to exhale into a downward facing. Good. Bend your knees to hover. Look forward. Right knee comes into the chest only to step it through. Blade the back foot. Warrior one is back. Inhale, come on up. Here's warrior one. Now for balance, make sure you're girding up as you're lifting. Okay. For balance, you can either bring your hands on your hips, hands on your heart, or keep the arms extended at any time. But we're going to step the back foot forward and move into a chair. But when we do that, I want you to keep the feet together. Okay. So either hands on your hips or hands at your heart, or more advanced, arms are up. So I'm going to take the middle ground and you do you. I'm going to come up on the back heel, anchor down through the right, bring the feet together, and I keep those knees bent as I sit in my chair pose. Good. So again, your hands are either on your hips, at your heart, or they're extended. I'm doing this just to be in the middle. No other real reason. We're going to twist, okay? So with all of the weight was here on one side, but I want you to even it out on both, okay? I'm going to bring my left elbow to the outside of my right knee, but I have to sit back. I have to keep that stomach engagement as I compress and twist. Now, I don't want to hurt my neck, so I'm going to look down and keep my hips going back and down. But I want to look down to protect my neck. Good. If you have the flexibility, you'll tuck the chin in and roll it up, but you don't have to. You can also extend the arms in this chair twist. You can try it. You can just stay here. Again, it's up to you. Good. Wherever you're at, let's all meet in chair again. Hands either at the heart, at the hip, or all the way up. And then I want you to inhale into a straight mountain pose. So palms are forward right here. Inhale here. Bring the arms up and over, and on your exhale, fold it all the way out. Yep, feet are still together. You're doing good. You're doing so good. Okay, from here, you're going to send the left foot back, move back into warrior one. So blade that back foot down, bend the right knee, squeeze inner thighs, lower belly's engaged. Come on up. Warrior one. Then we transition to warrior two. Very good. Pause. We're going to reverse our warrior. So the back hand can lay on the outside of that back leg, or it can reach for the front hip. But either way, bring your palm up, reach it forward a little bit, and then inhale, lift that front arm all the way up. So you're compressing in the ribs that are facing the back of the mat and extending with the ribs that are facing the front of the mat. Good. Now we're going to bring that top arm forward again, but this time we're just going to rotate to the inside of the front leg. Good. Open across the chest. Open across the chest. Your forearm is either on the inside or your fingertips or your hand. It just depends on the length of your arms and the flexibility in your torso. Now, your back hand can either stay on that hip, or you can reach it forward, or you can bring that top hand. Let me give you more options. Top hand behind the head. Oh, good. Side angle. Now let's come back up into warrior two. Squeeze the inner thighs and use the obliques to lift up. Bring those arms parallel. Give me a reverse warrior. Another warrior two. Now swing that back foot, toes forward a little bit, only the toes, so that it's blading, and we're back into warrior one. So adjust those hips and lunge into it. Good. Inhale. Whew. Exhale, let's lower down. Vinyasa, back heel comes up. Front foot moves back to meet the right. Lower down. Inhale, come on up. into up dog or cobra, and exhale, take it downward facing. Let's do that on the other side. Bend the knees to hover. Left knee into the chest, round the upper back. Step the left foot through. Blade your back heel down 45 degrees. Squeeze inner thighs as this front knee bends. Bring your lower belly, engage ribs together. Shoulders are down and back as you lift up. Warrior one. Inhale. Open up warrior two. So feet are perpendicular from each other and you're really opening across the chest. Externally rotating that front hip. Good. We're going to reverse the warrior. So back hand again can either reach down the leg, or reach for the opposite hip. But bring the front palm up, reach slightly forward as you're externally rotating that front hip. And then inhale, compress in the ribs that are facing the back of the mat. And extend and open with the ribs in the front. Now drop your shoulders down and back still. Relax your neck as much as possible. Keep opening in this posture as you're rooted down. From here, we're going to move into a side angle. So the top hand comes back parallel with the mat, but then it reaches down to the inner thigh of that front leg. And we're still opening across the chest. Good. Or that front hand comes to fingertips or palm down. It's whatever's in your practice today. You can either extend that other arm in the back or bring it behind your head to create opening in the chest. Very nice. Now, obliques bring you up. Inhale, root down through the feet and lift through the torso. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. Warrior two is back. Inhale, bring those back toes at a 45 degree. Swing that right side forward. Warrior one. On an exhale, lower all the way to the floor. I have to take an inhale at my plank so I can keep talking. Inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. This is your resting pose. This is your resting pose. Good. Look forward between the thumbs and shift the weight forward. So the shoulders are going to come in line with the wrists as you come up on the balls of the feet. You're coming into a straight arm plank. Good. We're going to move into a side plank. So, wiper your back feet down and lift up into your side plank. Engaging in those abdominals, shoulders are down and back. Good. Bring that top hand back down, straight arm plank. 3 push-ups. You can either take it in your straight arm plank or you can drop to the knees. 1 and 2 and 3. Pause in the plank. Now swipe the feet to the other direction. Side plank is back, but in the opposite direction. Lift and extend. Lift and extend. Come back to plank. We're not done in plank. Good. Right knee to the forehead. Right knee to the left elbow. Right knee to the right elbow. Shoulders need to stay in line with the wrist. And then kick that right heel back up in a 3-legged dog. Look forward. Bend that right knee into the chest. Step it through. Squeeze inner thighs. Inhale, come up. High lunge is here. From a high lunge, we're going to move into warrior 3. So for balance, hands on the hips, hands at the heart. For more advancement, arms are extended. I'm taking the middle. I'm going to bring my weight into the front leg a little more, and I'm going to make my back leg light. I have to keep my hips and shoulders squared and in alignment because I'm going to kick up my back heel as I bring my chest parallel with the mat, and I'm going to do my best to extend this back leg parallel with the mat. Pinky toe is down, so I'm internally rotating my left hip. Now I'm going to bring my fingertips to the floor, and then I'm going to point my back toes and lift as I fold, bringing my belly and chest closer to the right foot. Very good. From here, I'm going to flex that back foot. I'm going to keep my left hand down. I'm going to bring my leg a little more parallel with the mat. Then I'm going to do my best to lift my right arm straight up as if I'm stacking the right shoulder only on top of the left, but my hips are squared. So I'm still internally rotating that left hip, but that left leg is parallel with the mat. Now, right hand comes down to the mat. I have to tent my fingers because I'm short. Now I'm going to externally rotate my left hip and stack the left side of my body on top of the right side of my body as I extend through the crown of the head. Regular half moon. Now I want to bend the right knee, internally rotate my left hip, bend my left knee and step my left ball of the foot back. Keep the hips squared, keep the tummy tight. Inhale back into high lunge. Vinyasa, inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way to the floor. Right foot move back to step the left, lower it down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing. I'm not giving you a lot of resting time today because we need to move, baby. We've got to keep moving. Good. Now, bend the left knee, bring it into the chest as your shoulders come into alignment with the wrist, round the upper back. Left knee to the right elbow. Left knee to the left elbow. Kick that left heel straight up and back into a three-legged dog. Now look forward, bring that left knee into the chest, step it through, squeeze in our thighs. Inhale, lift up, high lunge. Here. So my back heel is up. Let's move into warrior three on the second side. Again, hands are either on the hip. Notice I'm shifting my hips again in that opposite twist. And we're going to become parallel with the floor. So I lighten the back foot as I bring the weight of the body into the left. I'm going to flex that foot, make sure this right hip is internally rotating so that my pinky toes are down. Then I'm going to kick up as I come neutral with, or parallel with my chest. Warrior three. Again, hands are on your hips, hands are at your heart, or arms are extended. Now, fingertips to the mat or hands, depending on the length of your arms. Good, and then I want you to point the back toes and kick that leg up as your chest comes forward into a standing splits. And you're folding here. Drop that right shoulder a little bit. Thank you. Squeeze that right glute and hamstring. Now, flex the back foot. Bring your torso and leg parallel with the mat. Leave the right hand down or right fingers down and lift the left arm straight up or the left hand behind the head. Good. Extend through the chest. Bring the ribs in tight. Squeeze that right glute. Now, left hand comes down. As you stack and externally rotate the right hip, lift that extended leg up and back, and then raise that right arm straight up so that it's in alignment with your left shoulder. Very nice. Now, internally rotate, bend the right knee, internally rotate right hip. Start to step the ball of the right foot back. Keep the belly tight as you inhale and lift up into warrior one. Vinyasa. Exhale, let's lower all the way down. Inhale at the plank. Exhale, lower. That's for me. Inhale, come on up into cobra or up dog. And I encourage you to take a downward facing dog. However, you are welcome to a child's pose. You are welcome to a child's pose. Either way, you have to come back into downward dog. Let's go ahead and do that now. Meet me in downward dog. Very good. Look forward, bend the knees to hover. Left foot to the middle, and then right foot to come close to the left foot. Bend the knees, but keep the chest down. I want you to bring your hands on your hips and extend like a half lift, but it's chair actually. We're bending the knees, setting the hips back. Then I want you to airplane your arms out to the side. So I want your shoulders back and down. So shoulder blade should be hugging behind the heart. And I want some airplane arms here. Very good. Now, hands to the heart, squeegee the feet out so that the toes hang off of the mat, or just come into your low, yogi squat or malasana as your chest is lifted. So drop the hips down. So when you're here, I want those hips to go down as your chest is going up. Yeah. Good. Rock it out. Rock it out. Rock it out. Let's check in with that mobility of the arms. Give me some swings. Give me some swings. You're doing great. This is fantastic. Very good. Let's pause. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. All right, we're going to fold forward. Bring those toes to face forward. Soften the knees. Really hug into this fold. Maybe hands behind the calves, or you're grabbing the elbows and pulling the elbows down to the floor. Maybe you're swaying a little bit. Notice and become more aware of where the energy is stuck and it wants some more movement and circulation. So inhale through the nose and just allow all that stuff to be unsticky. And we're going to make our way onto our back. So nice and carefully, just bend the knees, and you can either roll all the way back or gently move into a seated position while I realign my mat here so you can see it in a different angle. Okay, so from seated, we're going to roll onto our back. Okay, so you can either bring your hands in front of the knees or behind the legs, whatever's comfortable. And of course, I put my little, don't mind me, hug it in and rock it out. Rock it in, rock it out. Good. Keep your feet flexed, please. Try not to add stress to the knee joint. So either bring your hands below the knee or by the hamstring, okay? Good. Now I want you to bring your knees in alignment with your hips. Now let's bring them so that the knees are hip width apart. Keep your feet flexed. All right, from here we're going to practice yogi bicycles. So I'm going to bring my hands behind my skull, draw my shoulders down and back, tuck my lower belly in, my ribs together, and I'm going to extend the left leg and then bring the left knee back in line. Now, to advance the bicycle, of course, you would lift the chest and twist. Okay, so my left elbow would go to my right knee. All right, so let's begin. Let's lift it up and either extend and twist or just extend. Good, and come back neutral where you came in. Switch. On the exhale, bring that leg to hover, and inhale, bring it back. As you lower down, good. Switch. Inhale, belly in tight, neutral. Exhale, switch. Inhale, belly in tight, neutral. Exhale, switch. Inhale, neutral back. Bring that lower belly engaged. Exhale, twist. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, twist. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, twist. Lift and extend. Come back, neutral. Keep going. Twist. Come on up or extend. Good. Inhale, extend, twist, come back neutral. One more time. Extend, twist, come back neutral, knees into the chest. Relax, relax your abs. I hope you did not feel that in your back. I really hope and pray that you were really girding up through the front. Good. We're going to keep going with our abdominal work. So extend the legs straight up to the ceiling, point the toes, and we're going to do our scissors. So you can either keep the angle very large, or you're going to send the legs out a little bit further down. Maybe not to hover, but maybe like at a 45 degree. You can be here. I want you to decide and pick your depth of scissors. So inhale deep, find your angle, and let's go scissor. So point the toe, shoulders are down and back, ribs are together. Keep going, keep breathing, keep moving. Now you can move fast if that is your thing. You can move excruciatingly slow to feel the burn and shake with the rest of us. But you be you. We're still going. You're doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees to chest. Good. This time, you're going to make circles with your knees. So we're going to extend, externally rotate hips so that we're circling out for 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, 2 more, 5, and 6. If you want your circles to be small, you can. If you want them to be wide, then you can. Let's go the opposite direction, out to in. 1, 2, 3. Keep that lower belly in, belly button to spine. 4, 5, and 6. very good. Knees to chest. Knees to chest. Okay, extend the legs straight up again. This time we're gonna keep the inner thighs together. And we are going to move according to where the numbers are on the clock. So I want you to point your toes. And I want you to move your toes over to the right to where there might be a 1 o'clock. Good. Flex your feet, bring your toes closer to your forehead. Now let's see about 2 o'clock. Keep that left hip down if you can. Can you? Can you keep the left hip down? Mine is wanting to come up. So I'm going to bend my knees and see if I could twist a little more. No, that's not going to work. Okay, we're just going to stay here. And you go all the way to 3. If you can do 3, I can't because my hip is coming up. Oh, good job. Let's go back to 12. Move to the other side. Let's move to 11. Move down to 10. Oh, my hip's coming out. I'm just not in it today. And then if you can move it all the way over to 9. Nope, my hip is coming up. So I'm just going to bring my toes close to my forehead and move as far left as I can by keeping my hips on the ground. Okay, I think I've had enough of that. Let's move it to happy baby. How about you? Did you enjoy that little ab section? Oh my gosh. What is your teacher thinking? What kind of teacher puts all those ab things in at the end? I hope you enjoyed that. I really do. I hope you enjoyed it. Are you in happy baby yet? Because I beat you to it. Very good. Very good. All right, let's take a reclining butterfly. Let's bring the soles of the feet together and the knees out wide. Notice I want to roll my shoulders down and back again, so I might have to readjust, but I don't want my back to come up. I just want it to soften down in its natural curve, my low back here. Good. Wherever your arms feel comfortable, just lay them down or bring them behind your head, whatever feels right for you. This is your reclining butterfly. Inhale deep through the nose, expand the belly. Exhale, deflate. Good. Squeegee the feet out so that the legs are hip width apart. And I want you to bring the right knee in towards your belly and extend the left leg all the way down. Don't hover that, but keep your feet flexed. Hands can be under the knee or on the hamstring. Again, it depends on you. Hug that into the belly. Good. Now bring that right knee in line with the right hip. And then I want you to use your left hand on the outside of the right leg and bring the right knee down to the left side of the body. Now, this right arm needs to move up so that the elbow is parallel with the shoulder. Now begin to send your gaze to the right. Now you can either bend the right elbow so that the hand comes up like in a field goal post or cactus, or you can keep it extending. That is optional. Another option is to extend the leg that's crossing in order to get into the IT band and deeper into the piriformis. Good. Optional, I just want you to twist. Good, now we're going to move to the other side. So inhale, come up neutral, back into knees to chest. Give yourself a little compression, hug, hug, hug. Keep the left knee into the belly, keep the feet flexed, and kick that right leg straight out. Bring that right heel to the mat. Anchor down through the hips. Roll your shoulders down and back. Hug that in. Good. Now let's bring that left knee in line with that left hip. Flex the foot. Right hand comes to the outside edge of the left leg. And move and twist that lower body to the right. So the left knee is coming out to the right side of the body. Now, bring the left arm, left elbow parallel with the left shoulder. You can either extend it with the palm down. You can play around with bringing the palm up, or you can bend that left elbow. But either way, find out how you want your arm, as long as it's in line with the shoulder, the elbow is, and then send your gaze over to the left side. Keep twisting, keep compressing. Good, you can extend that bent knee if you'd like on the top, or you can keep it bent, either way. Just play around with it, see what your body is saying and what it wants today, how you're better, what feels better in your restorative pose here. this reclining spinal twist. All right, unwind. It's time for Shavasana. Can you believe it? So let's extend the legs straight out. Allow the toes to splay out a little wider than the knees. Bring the palms either up or down or on your belly. And now it's time to soak in the benefits of your practice today. Soften your toes, soften your knees. Allow your next breath to fill you completely. As you exhale, notice the circulation of energy and blood flow in the body. Soften your fingers. Allow the slight tingle of that circulation to come to the front of your awareness. See about softening your shoulders a little more. Like if I were to come up behind you and press my hands on your shoulders, would they flatten a little further to your mat? If I just applied a little pressure. Good. Soften your jaw. Maybe allow your teeth to separate slightly. See if your cheekbones and eyebrows can melt into the mat. Inhale through the nose. Exhale slowly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale softly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Last breath. Exhale slowly. Very good. Begin to wiggle your toes and your fingers, maybe using your thumb to touch each pad of your fingertip, rolling your ankles and wrist in each direction, just reawakening the body with gentle movement. And then maybe doing a full body stretch here, as if you're waking up for the first time today, and then draw the heels closer to your bottom, bringing your knees up, bending them. And then I just want you to wiper your knees, just kind of rock them a little side to side. Good. Bring that lower belly in gently, and then I want you to rock to the left side of your body. Good. Use your forearms and hands as a little pillow. Take a cleansing breath here. One more inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to press yourself up to seated using your forearms and your hands to come back into a simply seated posture. So however your knees just crossed, I want you to uncross them and cross them in the opposite direction to create balance. Move the flesh away from your sacrum. Sit up nice and tall. Round the tailbone, round the upper back. We're moving into a seated cow pose, chin to chest. Inhale. I'm sorry, that was seated cat. Inhale into cow. Tailbone goes out, belly forward, shoulder blades behind the back skull and the spine. Round it out into cat. Inhale into cow. Again, exhale, round it into cat. Inhale into cow. Exhale, come neutral. Inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, side bend. Inhale up, exhale, side bend. Inhale, coming up, please don't round. Exhale, side bend. It's as if you're moving through 2 panes of glass windows, okay? Inhale, come on up, and exhale, side bend. Again, inhale up, switch the arms. Exhale, side bend, open, open, open. Good. Inhale up, exhale, side bend. Lift, lift, lift. Inhale up, exhale, let's twist. Let's hold this twist for a few. Good. Really move those shoulders down and back. Just be kind with your body here today. Just notice and become aware of the range of motion that's here in your twist as you're inhaling, sitting up nice and tall through the crown of the head, and you exhale, lower down and twist and compress. Good. Very nice. Okay, let's unwind gently. Inhale here. And then exhale, let's twist to the opposite side. And again, sitting up nice and tall, separate the bones. As you exhale, drop the shoulders, drop the hips. Compress in the torso. Notice the range of motion from one side to another. I would guess that you could twist less, like less range of motion on the side that you sleep on. But that's my guess. If you have the ability to send me a message, let me know how this flow went for you today. Inhale, unwind. Bring those arms up. Let's receive joy. Bring that into the heart space. Let's inhale. Let's receive comfort today. Exhale, bring that into your heart space. And lastly, let's inhale love and acceptance. The two that go together. Bring that into the heart space. May you be happy. May you be healthy. And may you live a life of ease. Namaste.